gentlemen, to the Ides of Love, a rally for love, freedom, and marriage. Thank you for being out here. I'm Andrew Payne with Honest NC. This is awesome. I want to thank everybody being out here because today is about love. Today is about freedom. Today is about marriage. Marriage for everyone. Before we get started, I'd like to start off with NC State's own Grains of Time to sing the national anthem.
We love you!
Woo! 1, 2, 3. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
You know, before I started organizing this, I would never have considered myself an activist. And I've come to realize that that is the problem. Because it takes activity to instill change. And sometimes it's really slow going, but it is always better than sitting still. And so that's why we walked down the street today. We walked from over there to over here. Slowly, yes, but we have arrived now, and we will arrive in May and beyond, because this is bigger than us. It is bigger than North Carolina even, but this can be the place where it begins.
Now I'd like to invite to the stage an individual who's been traversing the state, taking people's pictures in the Vote Against campaign, world-renowned photographer, Mr. Curtis Brown.
Go Curtis!
A little shorter. Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Beautiful cold day out, right? I love it. Hey! All right, so let me pull up my little speech because I'm not much of a talker here. I like to say behind the camera, so this is a little awkward with all these cameras in my face. I just want to talk about our project. You know, how many of you have heard about the Vote Against project? I am a gay man in North Carolina who stayed quiet way too long. I was waiting for people to go out and vote for my own choices and changes. And when the legislature passed this onto the ballot, I knew that staying silent would not do a damn thing. To go in a little bigger scheme, we got an email from a woman who's from Charlotte, North Carolina, but now lives in a very, very small village in Madagascar. And she has to walk 3 miles a day to get to an internet service that is very slow. And she emailed me and said, you know, what you're doing is an incredible thing for North Carolina. How can we get involved? And I was like, well, here, come to a photo shoot. But she told me that they printed out our logo from the website. They cut out cardboard cutouts of our logo and finger painted them onto t-shirts. And in the school where they teach with about 60 children, they educated them on why this is a bad thing for North Carolina and how a government system is trying to change love in people's hearts. And those kids raised their eyebrows and looked up and said, well, that doesn't make sense. I don't understand why they would do that to somebody. And they go, well, you know, that's what the government system is like. And they go, well, isn't it just about love? Yes, it is. And so if a child can get it, if the children of our world can get it, how can nobody else in this country and in our state understand why we shouldn't even be here right now? This is such, in a way, a waste of our time. There are bigger things in our state to worry about. There are much bigger things. So I'm going to end because I know somebody else more amazing than I is going to come up and speak. But if everyone can get together and put your hand on someone's shoulder or hold somebody's hand that you love, everyone get together. Because what we're doing is not a selfish act. What we're doing is selfless. And the person that you're touching right now is who you're helping change their lives. You're here to support them. We're all here together as a state of North Carolina, gay, straight, any religion, Republican or Democrat. We are people of North Carolina, the most incredible state in the South. So I am fighting for this. I am fighting for this. What are you voting for today? Thank you very much for coming out. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite to the stage an individual who's fighting for everyone's rights. This amendment is discriminatory not only to gays and lesbians, but to straight people. It hurts all All. That's spelled A-L-L. All. This amendment affects all North Carolina families.
6 months ago, I stood right here and had to tell you that 130 people in there put Amendment 1 on the ballot. It's okay, you can boo me now. I'm used to it. I also told you I'd do with my team whatever it took to defeat it. So then we ran across the state. We went from Mitchell County to Morehead City. We talked to thousands of people. We registered thousands of people to vote. We had thousands of people who said they'd vote against. And most importantly, we seeded 1 million conversations against Amendment 1. How many of you were ever children? Amendment 1 hurts children. How many of you are voting against on May 8th? How many of you want to live to a ripe old age? Amendment 1 hurts seniors. How many of you are voting against on May 8th? What are we going to do? When are we going to do it? How many of you are women? Damn right you are. Amendment 1 hurts women, going so far as even to threaten our domestic violence protections for all unmarried women in the state of North Carolina. How do we feel about that? How many of you are students? I registered thousands and thousands of you. Actually, that man right there in the middle, Ian O'Keefe, did. Africa hot. How many of you are NC State students? I've got one word for you. North Carolina State University was the first to pass a resolution opposing Amendment 1. They are now one of 8 colleges and universities across this state in the tidal wave of good times, which was Race to the Ballot, who are now opposing Amendment 1 and encouraging and mobilizing thousands to go out and vote on May 8th. That's how we know we'll win. But it doesn't stop there. Oh, no. Just this week, and I'm proud to announce today, the Durham City Council unanimously voted to oppose Amendment 1. How many of you are from the Bull City? That looks like this, too. How many are you from Chapel Thrill? Raleigh? And a little town called Greensboro. All of which have resolved to vote against Amendment 1 on May 8th.
You know, the North Carolina Constitution says, Article 1, Section 1, the Declaration of Rights. The Equality and Rights of Persons is the title. We hold it to be self-evident that all persons are created equal. All. There's that word again. A-L-L. We hold it to be self-evident that all persons are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, the enjoyment of the fruits of their labor, and the pursuit of happiness. Amendment 1 goes against the very fabric of North Carolina's Constitution. Amendment 1 hurts all families, but yet the North Carolina Constitution in Article 1, Section 1 says that we hold it to be self-evident that all persons are created equal. So if you believe in the Constitution, you believe in freedom, you believe in marriage, if you believe in love, you'll vote against on May 8th.